fine, right? And I'm just going to be adding a little bit. So, first things first, I'm going to be doing a Raptors down clear. So I'm going to be doing Raptors red Krugs. And then we're going to look to gank bot here because, I mean, truth be told, this is one of the best strategies, one of the best paths you could do, and do a hyper-aggressive jungler, which is somebody who's going to be looking to gank a lot. You know, your Xin Zhao, your Rek'Sai, your Lee Sin, the carnivore-esque junglers. Because it's basically who ganks who first, and the best lane to gank is bot lane. And if you're on blue side, which we are, then we are able to get down there as fast as possible and have a red buff. Because it's impossible for him to start his red buff and to come down here as fast as I do. Because, you know, I just do Raptors red Krugs and boom, I'm there. But out of, you know, very odd that Karma and Isa are pushing in a Draven. So, that's something that's not really expected, but it's fine. I don't really mind it. Now I'm going to tell them that they're probably going to get ganked here soon, so if they want to shove that wave, they should shove it in back. Yeah, Rek'Sai's either going to be going there or mid. And I don't think my mid has to worry too much here. Because mid is Vladamir, has pool. I mean, he still has no flash, so it's a little bit. But yeah, just kind of micromanaging my teammates right now based off of Rek'Sai's positioning. They're doing like an early gank clear. A lot of people don't understand that you don't need the early gank. Like if your lane's pushing in, then obviously you don't look for it. And if they're pushing out, or if they're letting them push in, I should say, then go for it. Pushing in and pushed in are two different things. And as a jungler, you must learn and understand. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, obviously. Well, that's the thing is, boys, is that for content's sake, I do smurf a lot. And this is not a smurf, this is high elo, but I do smurf a lot. So I gotta go in your guys' elo, and I gotta notice and look at everything that you guys are doing and not doing. And a lot of the obvious things that most people wouldn't think twice about, I don't see often in low elo. No, I do not. Right here, don't have an angle, so. Right there, the most we can get is a flash, but even then, she'd bait us into Rek'Sai because we don't know Rek'Sai's on that bot scuttle right now. Pretty obvious. And my Raptors spawn in like 3 seconds here. Like 2.5. There's Rek'Sai. Stole my Raptor. It's unfortunate. I'm having a winning mid. All good. I can look for a very tight gank here. Let's see if we can find it. Right here. Got the angle. Stay on him. This is the barrier meta fun. I'll shove in this. And then we want to shove this next wave in as well. I don't want to take this wave. Even though I didn't get the kill, I want to help her take the wave. That way they're not dying. So I'm gonna use my W, use my autos, shove the wave in, and then we're gonna do Krugs and reset. And the reason why you want to shove this wave in is because it's gonna cause what you would call a bounce back. So this wave is going to crash in right here, and this will cause the next wave to bounce, which means that I can farm 2 of my topside camps, and then when I come down to gank bot again, it will be gankable again. Because this will bounce all the way towards here. That's kind of how that works. That's why you always shove lanes after you gank. Alright. Gonna get control ward, dark longsword. Alright. So now I get the lovable decision to make. Do I want to play for grubs or do I want to play for bot / dragon? I've already made up the decision in my mind early on, because if you want to play for a lane, you consistently play for them. Because some ganks, you'll get their sums. Next gank, you'll get their kills. Some ganks are just pressure ganks, right? Or sometimes you go down there and there's not even a gank to be found. But it's about that consistency of being able to play through that lane over and over. See, a lot of issues with players in League is that they don't really know what they should be doing. They're like, okay, I should be ganking bot. Okay, maybe mid is losing. Maybe I should gank mid. Okay, top is losing. No, usually early on, you're able to determine, okay, I want to play for this lane. So I'm going to do everything in my power to set up for that. I'm going to clear my top side. And I'm going to hover around bot. And then when I gank, I'm going to shove in the wave. And notice how the bounce back, like I mentioned earlier, is bounce back. And notice how they're overextended. Exactly where I said they would be. And I can look for the gank right now. Or the dragon, too. We have Prio here. We have first move. So maybe if we can get on him right now. would be pretty ideal. And little fights. Oh, I got Cinder Eid. I got boop. All good though. But yeah, notice how they exactly were where I said they would be. Art. And, you know, instead of getting the gank off like I thought I would, we just get the dragon. Okay, so I'm gonna get 6. And then I immediately want to look for a tower dive. Honestly, if we look to tower dive bot, that would not be a bad idea. A little bit hard because I believe Draven's barrier is back up. Because if you look at Kai'Sa's CD on the barrier, their CD is very similar. They have the same CD because they use it at the same time. So it is one. Now we're just gonna look immediately for the dive here. So this is something that every Kayn main should look to do, is that whenever you hit 6, you immediately look for the waves that are built and just look for a dive. And we didn't even need to dive this one because Draven just jumped all the way on his own. But maybe look for a dive in top, or maybe next wave. Honestly, maybe you can dive next wave too. Now that we see Rek'Sai top, I might just be able to invade. I want to shove in one more. Honestly, we could dive Nami. So this is something that I recommend all Kayn mains do. 06, you could just power dive very easily. Okay, I think I get form for that though. I did get form. That's worth. That's another thing I recommend doing. Sometimes you have to in for form. Just keep in mind, me dying there, getting form early, this gives me so much more time, sometimes 4 or 5, maybe even 10 minutes, where I would have not had my form, and now I get my form early on. Time to make some magic happen. Let's do it. Hinting for form, broken strategy. Would recommend it to every Kayn main. Because it's not, that one death is easily going to be taken away. Like, some people, they're going to be like, oh, but, you know, you had to use your flash, you had to use your ult. But the thing is that if I get the form, like, people just don't understand how valuable that form is. Like, they just don't understand how much it actually does for you. Because that gold on Draven was 0-2 before that, and I'm pathing to camp his lane. I'm not just going to be like, here you go, Draven, take some gold. You could have this, and then, you know, not play to go back to that lane. No, I'm going to clear my top side with my form, which will be cleared a lot faster. See, so let me tell you the things about your form. Let me in for form pull you right now. As soon as you get your form, you start clearing all your camps faster, you start making plays faster, you take objectives faster, you do everything at about a 1.5x speed. So, getting that form earlier on, even if I had to in for it, even if I had to use my flash, even if I had to use my ult, is still way worth than just, you know, getting the free kill on Nami, backing up, and, you know, playing the game normally and delaying my form. Because everything that I get with my form is like the trade-off, as opposed to, you know, what they got, which was 1 kill, you know. So, that's my in for form. That's my little in for form spiel. Alright, let's go down here. Okay, that's all I got. Get shove this and dive again. I could take that cannon from her. I know you guys probably thought I would, but I did not. And look, and he's denied a wave. How many waves have I been able to deny this guy? At 300 gold, trade-off is definitely paying for itself. Definitely paying for itself. Alright. You could shove this wave in, look for it. Now, I will mention that usually you want to dive on cannon waves, but if you're this ahead, then you could dive on any wave, really. Jesus. But yeah, because look at how I'm just hard camping them and they can't play the game. Hey! Sorry, Rek'Sai, stop my reset there. I hope this teaches you guys kind of how to play for a lane. This is something that I cannot emphasize enough. I cannot say this enough. This is one thing that if I tell you guys as a jungler will help you so much. Do not let laners control how you play. Play how you want to play. Every time you reset, set an objective in your mind. Say, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to play for? And most of the time, your answer as a Kayn specifically will be play for bot. So how do I play for bot? I clear my top side so my top side can't get invaded. And then I look around bot. What is there to do bot? Okay, if there's a gank, prioritize the gank. If there's an objective after that, prioritize that. And after that, if not, there's none of that, just farm and set up vision. It's just as simple as that. If you play by that, just, you know, that's simple knowledge I told you. It's not going to win you all your games. See, this is where people think like, oh, I'm going to start winning 100% of my games. No one has 100% win rate. But you're going to play a lot more consistent. And through consistency, that's where you find success. That's where you start to climb. You know, that's where you get better. So, I cleared my top side. And now I'm going around bot side. So, am I looking for my bot side camps? No, I don't have to. I can just look straight for the play. Because if there's a play, that is more prio. Much more prio. So. Hello there, Mr. Draven. Gonna save my HP because I... Honestly, it's kind of worth that I missed that because he used both his sums there. I'd rather he use both his sums and die instead of just die. So that was actually kind of worth, even though I messed it up pretty bad. I always just kind of predict that they're going to go towards their axes. I mean, he's dead no matter what, right? He's not going to outrun a Kayn, Kai'Sa, right? But it's kind of funny. And yeah, no, I can just look for this. Right. By recording, yes. This is a YouTuber. Chat says hello, YouTube. Twitch chat, YouTube comments. Honestly, YouTube comments are so memey, dude. I love them. I should respond to YouTube comments more often. You know what? I'm gonna respond to like at least 3 YouTube comments for this video. At least 3. Okay, nice, dodge that. I wanted to play for the dragon, but we didn't really like move down and like play around it, so it's kind of the rough thing there. Scuttle is smurfing on me. That's true. Is they're on the dragon? They're dragging it out. Yeah, I was gonna say they just started, so HP is pretty high. Should look for this. Yeah. I think inting for the steal is not a bad idea. If I can like guarantee get it. Ow. That's actually really good. Getting a flash trade there. Steal and a flash trade. Cause that's his next play and a half. So I'm going the Yumu's option, so I'm gonna be getting XC Mark second. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, they didn't really have any other play to make besides this one. I'm gonna ping this out. Gotta ping them to be careful. They're looking for the dive. They have Kayle ult. If I make it in time, but I probably don't. Guys, you gotta hit by everything. You gotta dodge something. It's all good. Yeah. They overstay. They're pretty weak. We could honestly look for this. Yep. Clear this. Should look to fight him here. Need our Kai'Sa to fight with us. That was a free triple for her. We got Kayle ult, but
by the way, this was
she did get all the gold from the game, so I'm just kind of giving her a little nudge that she could play a little aggro. Oh, thanks so much for that prime. Yeah, the reason I knew that we could fight that, by the way, is just because we had the we had more damage, more HP, more everything, because they overstayed in the map. They were I mean, they went for the bot play with the dragon, then they went for the mid play, then they went for the top play, and then they went for the grubs. I'm on a fresh reset, Karma's on a fresh reset, and I believe Kaisa was on a fresh reset. She reset and I got the tower, so we were all pretty like strong and comfortable to fight that. That's why I was like pretty like, hey, you know, we should fight this, but it's fine. I mean, you're not always gonna get everything. I just like to nudge my teammates in the right direction. Because sometimes people assimilate that with toxicity, but not really doing it in what's it called? Derogatory manner. Oh, hello there. Yeah, I know that she's there, and I know she's just gonna harass me on my camp, so I'm hoping Vladimir will walk up for me here. He needs to like zone off this bush to get this camp. Yeah, sweet. Gotta click more towards the backside. Okay, that's good. I have an Axiom now. Yeah, sometimes the little battles that you win are just as important as the big battles, I'd say. Getting the camps there. You definitely look to kill Kayle in the side lane. I'll go there. See, so like I said, every time you reset, you kind of want to like think to yourself, what do I want to do now? What's the next play in hand? Well, the next play in mind would be to kill whoever goes solo lane. Not bot, but more so top, because they have more likelihood of being around bot side right now, even though Rek'Sai's top side camps are the only ones that are going to be spawning. Because the objective is in a minute 30, and some people like to get that objective prepped early on, and as you can see, they're already moving down there, so I'm gonna look for the pick in the solo lane opposite of where they're playing. That's kind of how the pick works. The whole premise of it being a pick. But gonna need this guy to show up for us. I think he's hiding under tower. There he is. Yeah, hopefully he's alone. Nice, that's huge. And now I could also send the Rift because... Oh wait, never mind, they're all topside. It's gonna try and flash for me or Q me and ult me. But luckily our team rotates here, it's good. Which means I can send the Rift now, because I want to wait for my team to move here. I might look to try and snipe me. That's good, that's really good. Good damage here too. I don't think we need to force more than we already have. Pretty good. What we got? Her getting inside, that's kind of dangerous as a Kaisa. That is exactly why. Jesus. Okay, let's play for the dragon. The only issue is now notice how we're the ones who haven't reset, because we just made that play. We're all kind of low, we're a little up. But it's okay. It's okay. X 7. But because we moved first, we have full prio, so this means they have to walk into us. Also has ult, Kragus doesn't, that's kind of problematic. I think we look for the turn and fight instead. I know they want to rush it, but I said damage is probably good actually. Oh, okay. Not a bad idea actually. Okay, good idea, good idea. I like that idea. Now we kind of get to choose if we want to fight or not fight. I think not, but I do have a pretty good lineup there. Get the ult in the Rek'Sai, got no 1 HP. Yeah, they were just so separated. I don't know where their Syndra was. That was actually really good for us. That's 2 calls that I made that were like the safe calls, but it was the wrong calls. See, that's the thing about League that's so interesting, is sometimes you can be 100% in the right, but just because you're right, you're actually wrong. Because sometimes the enemies are wrong, or then you're wrong. So who's ever more wrong is the one who's truly in the wrong. So sometimes you miss out on those opportunities of being wrong, or you're actually right. And that's what's fun about League. That's what's crazy about this game too. It's like, it's so, like even here, no, it's like even there, like, that's why I think the most important thing is to learn how to adapt to your team, right? Learn how to like kind of mesh well with your team, learn how to kind of like fit in with your team. You never want to be on the wrong page with your team unless they're just 100% guaranteed calling the wrong calls or making the wrong plays, making the wrong decisions. Because when they're making the wrong decisions, usually you can tell early on, that's when you deafen, play your own game and try to solo carry. But I'd say most teams, you just try to adapt to. Try to mesh into what's going on. If they like to fight a lot, fight a lot. If they like to farm a lot, farm a lot. And then once you're ahead enough and you're comfortable enough, that's when you can kind of take control. That's why I don't mind having 7 assists as a Kayn, because no matter what, I know that I'm going to be very impactful. And once I reach my spikes, then I can play very aggressive. Just because you don't have gold doesn't mean that you can't like make solo carry plays or make solo carry calls as well. Yeah. You wants to steal the red away. This is something I can like use to like maybe bait a little bit, but I will say their 4v4 is a little bit scarier than our 4v4 unless we're like hard poking, which I kinda am. Good. Taking space in their jungle. Alright. Ooh! That was crazy, I didn't even see that. Oh, I tried to flash him over the wall, but he didn't make it. I wanted to throw him into my team so he could die. That was a bad flash by me. Damn. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't see what the hell like CC'd me. It was a bubble, but I didn't even see it. Just completely out of my FOV. One of those visual problemos. I knew that someone was around, but I should have put a control ward in that bush and played the corner a little bit more so I could see whoever was there. That's my fault. Even though it was like a little bit of a bug, I'll still take blame because I know I could have played better. You know what I mean? Alright. It could be tempting to do the Baron here. Don't really have vision of it, is the thing. So, oh, I think they're playing more for the bait. No, I mean, they have a lot of damage for it. They 100% are on it, come to think of it. Yeah, they have a lot of damage for it. It's done. And maybe we can kill them. I mean, if we kill them, it's really worth. I'll say that much. This much is true. Okay. That's 100% worth. If they get the Baron like that, but you kill them all, it's gonna be worth for you. Because think about what you could do with 5 people off the map. We get wave after wave, we deny wave after wave, we deny camps, we get towers, we get everything. They got the Baron and the gold and the XP, but it also takes the Baron play off the map, so it's not like really pressured anymore. Not like, you know, pressured. And, you know, the main reason you get the Baron is to crack open into their base so you can start getting inhibs. We just got 2 inhibs off that, so yeah, it's actually really worth for us. I get why the enemies went for it. It was a good idea, but I feel like they just separated. That's the truth about solo queue, is that no game is truly over till it's over, because for games to fully be over off of people's mistakes, there has to be so much coordination and so much like trust in one another that you're never going to find in your solo queue matches. You'll find it in competitive. That's why competitive games can be super one-sided. But a lot of solo queue games, unless it's like really unlucky, there's always chances to win. Always chances. If you're a really good player, you could have like 70-80% win rate. You can't control every game because you enter griefers. You know, those weird matches where everyone's just super coordinated. But if you're really good, you can have like 70-80% win rate. Like, a lot of the times every season, I'll usually have like one account that I climb to Challenger with like 70% win rate. Or I think the highest I ever had was like an 82. But then climb to rank 1. I mean, I've seen some players hit rank 1 with like a 77% win rate. It's really crazy to see those types of stats, but yeah, it just requires so much like I don't know, giga focus, giga brain. We just have to wait for the waves to crash in here, by the way. We play this slow. We have a little bit of poke with Kaisa and me as well. Oh, and you're dead. Smite. How much damage you got off on me? Okay, damage from the Ami support. He was 0-7. So much damage in the game. I thought there was that big old patch about not needing to have this much damage in the game, but turns out I was wrong. Okay, that's 3. Ooh. You know, she's pushed me back a lot, but I don't think she's actually up. And I can actually completely nullify her ulti with my ulti, so if she throws her balls at me, I can just go inside of her before she does it. And the balls won't touch me. Oh, I missed my W. Had to curve it a little bit more. Well, GG's! Hope you guys abused the level 6 into tower dive strat. Something I have been doing for a long time, but I feel like I've never made a proper video for it, so hope you enjoyed. Peace out, YouTube.